Hi, everyone. I would like to welcome all of you this evening to our last of our Transition Tuesday virtual events. Tonight, we will be speaking on the topic of financial. We appreciate all of you joining us tonight from the comfort of your couch, living room, wherever it is you're sitting. We appreciate you taking the time to join us this evening. I am very happy to start off our evening this evening with one of our very important corporate sponsor. We have Anne Marie Steeman. She is with Mutual of Omaha Mortgage, and that is for HECM for Purchase. So Anne Marie, thank you so much for joining us. We always love having you. And Anne Marie, take it away.
Thank you, Mary. Happy to be here. I am going to start off by sharing with you a video that kind of walks through what the HECM for Purchase is. Now, when you hear me say HECM for Purchase, HECM is actually what I'm referring to. It's Home Equity Conversion Mortgage for Purchase. And it is a program that is only available for those 62 and older or 62 and better. And it basically allows you to buy your next home for about half down and never have a payment. So I'm going to start this video to give you a recap.
Tom and Sarah are nearing retirement, and the house they've lived in for the past 35 years no longer fits their lifestyle plan.
Tom and Sarah are nearing retirement,
and the house they've lived in for the past 35 years home will be challenging, not to mention the burden of navigating stairs. So recently, they decided to look into purchasing a new home. The problem is, they haven't been home shopping for over 30 years, and taking out a mortgage while on a fixed income in retirement concerns them. Tom and Sarah know that paying cash for their next home is probably the best purchase strategy, but aren't sure they can get the home they really want using only the proceeds from the sale of their existing home. They don't want to tap into their retirement accounts either, because they fear running out of money at some point in the future. Tom and Sarah purchased their current home in 1977 for $57,900, and now they own their home free and clear. A trusted realtor in the area told them that their house is valued at approximately $486,000. After closing costs and realtor fees, they'll net about $448,000 when they sell their home. So, with a budget of $448,000, Tom and Sarah begin the search for their dream home. Tom and Sarah don't always agree on everything, but one thing they do agree on is this. This may be the last home they purchase, and they want it to have things like single-story living, modern design, an upgraded kitchen, outdoor living space, and low maintenance. So, on a sunny Saturday morning, Tom and Sarah map out 3 homes they want to visit. After touring the first home, Sarah asked the sales agent, "How much does this home cost?" "$700,000, ma'am," exclaims the friendly agent. That's a whopping $252,000 over Tom and Sarah's budget. Their dreams quickly turned to disappointment. The friendly sales agent mentioned that there's a unique loan program that they should really consider because it was designed just for them. He went on to explain a strategy that middle-income and affluent boomers like Tom and Sarah have been using since 2009 to purchase their dream home. He told them about the Home Equity Conversion Mortgage for Purchasing program, or H4P program for short. What makes this program unique is that it only requires a one-time payment of about 55% of the price of the home. And then there are no monthly mortgage payments for the rest of your life. You remain responsible for home maintenance and the payment of property taxes, home insurance, and any HOA fees. Tom and Sarah realized they actually can afford the $700,000 home on this program, and that they are effectively doubling their purchasing power compared to paying cash or taking out a regular mortgage. The new H4P program is for those ages 62 and up. It's an FHA-insured program that simply requires a one-time down payment of about 55% of the purchase price and does not require a mortgage payment as long as you live in the home. Remember that home maintenance and payment of property taxes and insurance are ongoing program requirements. Discover how you can buy the home you really want without tying up a large portion of your savings. Take the next step and learn more. Contact us today to learn why we're the nation's largest H4P lender with loan specialists in 44 states. We're here to help you turn lost opportunities into sales.
Hey, Ann, I'm so sorry. You are muted still.
Okay. Technology, right? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Okay. The difference between what the video says and what we have today is that interest rates are at an all-time low, and that includes the home equity conversion mortgage interest rates. So what says 55% in the video is closer to 48 to 50% because the rates are so low. So if you're buying a $400,000 home, you could basically buy that home for about $200,000 and never have a mortgage payment. And that is the power of the program, because the biggest fear people have in retirement is what? Running out of money. The biggest fear people have in retirement is running out of money. So this gives you the ability to get into that brand new home, build or buy an existing home, and only tie up about half your cash and take the other half and use it for other things. And I have people that take that other half and they invest it with somebody like Corey. They can take the other half, do other things with it. I've had a guy that bought a second home in Florida with the other half. Now he owns 2 homes, no mortgage payments, just has taxes and insurance. I have people that have taken the other half they didn't have to spend in their house and travel with it. So it frees up your cash, but you still get to be in that home that you really want to be in without tying up all your cash to do it. And you never have a mortgage payment. Now, one of the things that they talk about in the video is that you are still responsible for your property taxes, your homeowners association, and your insurance, and just basically keeping up the home. But you can't rent for that. So it's an incredible option that very few people know about. I also like to cover why most people don't know this program exists. It's only been around 11 years. Now, in your life or my life, that's a long time. But in the mortgage industry, it's actually in its infancy. Very few people know it exists. Secondly, the reason that most people don't know it's out there is because it is not offered by local banks. So you can't walk into your Fifth Third or your Chase or your PNC and say, I want to use a HECM. They'll say, what the heck's a HECM? They won't know what it is. So it's a specialty program, and Mutual of Omaha Mortgage is the leading lender in this area. We specialize in it. This is all I do day in and day out. And that makes a huge difference. And the third reason is it's really not advertised. We've tried advertising, we've tried direct mail. I think one of the things that hinders it is because it does sound too good to be true. Everybody thinks there's got to be a catch. There's something wrong there. So I'm going to share with you a place you can go to get all the facts and learn about this program. It's www.hecmprogram.com. And so if you go to that website, www.hecmprogram.com, you are able to see a lot of things here. You're able to download a buyer's guide that you see here. You simply put your name and email in it and get the buyer's guide. The most important thing is really getting the facts. And I give you 2 ways to get the facts every single week. On Tuesdays at 2 o'clock and at 5:30, I give a seminar. It's a Zoom seminar similar to what you're doing right now with the webinar jam. And so to register, you simply click on either of these locations, and it gives you the ability to put in your name and email. It will send you a link to register for the 2 o'clock or the 5:30 seminar. They last about an hour and a half, and I promise you, My promise to you is by the time you're done with that hour and a half, you will understand the program. You'll know exactly how it works. That's my commitment to you. You can download the buyer's guide, which is a 28-page guide that talks about it. You can also go down to the bottom and download the down payment matrix. And the down payment matrix is just a simple guide that shows you, based on your age and based on the purchase price, how much you would bring to closing. So this is something that will definitely help you, give you some guidance in terms of how much you can purchase based on your age and your purchase price. So please don't hesitate. Go to www.heckhamprogram.com. There's also testimonials, which I'd highly recommend that you would look at. It's just people like you that actually have thought the program was too good to be true. They thought there had to be a catch. What they kind of share with you, what they thought in the beginning, and now that they're in their new home using this program and payment free, what it's meant to them in their life. And it's been such a blessing for so many people. So I want to thank you for the time today. If you have any questions, please enter them in your chat box. If you'd like to call our office directly to register or get more information, you can call Patty at 614-339-0432. I'd love to help you get the facts about the program so you can make a good decision. Thanks for taking the time tonight.
Thank you, Anne Marie, for sharing such wonderful information. Once again, we want to thank Anne Marie. Always a pleasure having her. She is a corporate sponsor with DownSize Columbus, and we truly appreciate her with Mutual of Omaha Mortgage and the Heckham mortgage for purchase. We cannot say enough great things about it. So once again, like Anne Marie said, and Brandon has placed in our chat box, if you'd like any more information, Anne Marie and her group would love to help you. So once again, Anne Marie, thanks again for joining us. We very much appreciate you.
Thank you, Mary.
Absolutely. Okay, another important person on our presentation this evening is Corey Sickles. Corey Sickles is with the Safe Harbor Retirement Group, and Corey is always live with us at all of our Downsize events, and Corey is going to take it away now and share his information.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'll get the presentation started right now. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves. I just want to take a few minutes and I have a title here, The 7 Essentials for a Secure Retirement. And really the only thing I want to be able to do, I'm not going to talk about all 7 of them. I'm going to really talk about the top 3, which is Social Security, income planning, asset allocation, and risk tolerance. Of course, 4 through 7 is also important as well. You know, when we start thinking about like tax-free income, I can tell you this, when you do retire, you're going to want as much tax-free income as possible. And then, you know, when we start talking about legacy and estate planning as well, you just want to make sure that you have everything lined up so you're going to avoid probate. You know, we do help, clients guide through that. And then healthcare is a big issue. Melissa's going to follow me here in a second and kind of talk about, Medicare. But, the other big concern that everybody has with healthcare is, will I eventually go into some type of long-term care facility? So that's one of the things that you really want to be able to do is be able to prepare for that. And then, of course, from the professional help side, really, I'm here to help guide you through all 7 of these items that we're going to kind of talk about the first 3 here, starting right now. So when you really start talking about income planning in general, Social Security always comes up. You can see here, it's the foundation of income planning. 65% of retirees today get about 50% of their income from Social Security, and about 36% of them, it's about 90% of your incomes from Social Security. So, of course, one of the things you want to be able to do more than anything else is be able to maximize that. There's a lot of different options that are out there. One of the things we're able to do for you is we can actually give you your own personalized Social Security maximization report. Everyone's situation's different. Some of you are married. Some of you might be divorced or even widowed. And some of you might even also have, some type of state pension or federal pension where there's a possibility that you might lose some of your Social Security benefits with what they call the windfall provision. And if you are a federal or state employee or even a teacher or anything like that, you probably have heard of that rule. But one of the things we're able to do is provide you with your own personalized Social Security maximization report so you can become educated in order to find out when you really should trigger your benefits. I mean, one of the things I don't think people realize is, Social Security is guaranteed to grow 6.25% per year until you reach your full retirement age. Once you reach your full retirement age, and for most people listening, probably today it's at 66. From 66 to 70, it grows at 8% per year. So I think if you become educated, build a retirement plan to based off of that, off of what you know of Social Security, you're going to be able to have a successful retirement because you want to be able to maximize those benefits. So let's talk a little bit about, income. One of the things that I think is one of the toughest things to do is to be able to turn everything or your retirement nest egg into an income stream. While you're working, it's pretty easy, hopefully to be able to save. But once that paycheck ends, now you have to be able to turn, your savings, your Social Security, maybe your pension, into an income stream that's going to be able to last your lifetime. And when we start talking about that, the first thing you want to be able to do is you want your income to become what we call predictable. I don't care whether the stock market goes up or down 2% today, 10% for a quarter, or even, 20%, up or down, even for a year. You don't really care about that. The only thing is you have a monthly budget that you need to be able to pay every month. So you want it to be predictable. The other part of it is you want to make sure that it's going to last as long as you're alive. You don't want to be in a situation where you can possibly outlive your money. And then the last thing that, I think it's very important, and this is where, I think professional help really does help, is to be able to look at your assets and be able to provide the most efficient way to be able to generate income, for your retirement years. It's tough to become efficient. You got to have a plan. And, that's one of the things that we're able to, offer a lot of our clients. Now, there's three major risks when we start talking about income planning as well. I think a lot of people look at it and say, you know what, I only need $4,000 a month in order to retire comfortably today. But what they actually forget is the word that I think a lot of people hate, and that's inflation. If inflation is going to grow 2% per year, you might actually need to make another $25,000 more 15 or 20 years from now. So when you start talking about income planning, you want to make sure that you're also looking at from an inflation standpoint to make sure that you're going to be able, to buy gas, groceries, everything, because the longer you live, the more things are going to cost. And I think the other big thing that I don't think a lot of people take into consideration are taxes. We're in a situation this year with the pandemic where a lot of money has been, thrown into this pandemic in order to try to get us out of it. And there's probably going to be more funds coming into it as well. Well, at some point in time, someone's going to have to pay for that. And the way they're going to do that is via taxes. So I would imagine that we're at the lowest, taxes that we're probably going to see during our lifetime, and they'll probably go up. And the question is do you actually have a plan to be able to lower your taxes, as you go through your retirement years? One of the things that I find out, pretty frequently is most people really stay within the same tax bracket when they retire. Your income might drop a little bit, but it's probably not enough to move you into a different tax bracket. So you want to have a plan to make sure that you can create tax-free money, for your later years as you're going through your retirement. And of course, we've seen it at the beginning of the year. And we're probably starting to see a little bit of it right now, and that's market volatility. Are you allocated the correct way? One of the ways to be the most successful with your investments or your portfolio throughout your lifetime is to constantly look at your risk level to find out really how you should be allocated. And, that is something that we do work with our clients, quite a bit on to make sure that their risk matches the way they're actually invested. And one of the things you can actually do, if you go to our website at safeharboroh.com, and right on the front page there, you can take our color of money risk analysis. It's 11 questions, pretty simple. But at the end of the day, it's going to show you on how you should be allocated. We do this risk allocation with our clients once a year. Today you might be working, next year you might be retired. Your risk level is going to change, and you want to make sure that your risk level, your allocations change as your risk does as you go through your retirement years. So, we are Safe Harbor Retirement Group is a full service financial firm. We do a lot of IRA, 401k, thrift savings plans, 403 rollovers. I talked about income planning. I talked briefly about long-term care solutions. We're able to offer some different type of strategies with that. Melissa's going to talk about Medicare. We do help, clients with Medicare planning. But at the end of the day, we're really here to help our clients. As you can see here, from a tax standpoint, we also are a wealth management, if you do want to invest money in the market as well. Now, one of the things I'm going to, offer everyone out there tonight is, basically a financial second opinion. It's complimentary. There's no obligation. But whether you want to meet via Zoom, I'm doing a lot of Zoom calls, or if you want to come in and meet with me face-to-face, again, it's complimentary, no obligation. When we kind of go through that process, you're going to be able to get the Social Security maximization report that we talked about. You're going to get a color of money report that's going to show you how your assets are allocated today. Are they in your risk tolerance? We can do a Morningstar report, which is a third party, which is a report that's just going to show you on how your investments are really allocated. What type of performance are you getting? It's a great report, and it's also a good way to be able to see what type of fees you're paying as well. At the end of the day, we're also going to be able to provide you with a Compass report, which is going to be basically a book to show you what's your income stream going to look like for the rest of your lifetime. So those are the things that you get when you actually come in for the second opinion. Again, we have 2 locations. We have one in Dublin. We have one in Easton. And I know we're not taking any questions, today, but if you have any questions for me, feel free to, go into the chat room, ask the question, and we'll get back to you probably tomorrow once we get a accumulation of all the questions that have been asked tonight. So I want to thank everyone, and I'll turn it over to Mary.
Thank you so much, Corey, for your presentation. We really appreciate you. And everyone, please take advantage of what Corey has offered to all of you online this evening. It's no obligation. It's complimentary. He provides a great service. My husband and I use him, and I can't say enough great things about Corey and the service he provides to you. So thank you again, Corey. I appreciate it. Absolutely. We appreciate you. And once again, for anyone that's on speaking this evening, any of our presenters, please, if you're wanting any information from them, or if they have any questions for them, please, like they said, put something in the chat. We will be forwarding all of the chat to them, and they will gladly get back with you and assist you with any of your questions and help you. And like Corey said, they will probably get back with you, all of them, as early as tomorrow. So thank you again, Corey. Anne Marie, we've appreciated having both of you. Next up, we are going to have Melissa Sickles, Corey's wife. You can see Melissa joining us now. Melissa is with Safe Harbor Medical, and she provides an excellent service. If you have any type of Medicare questions, Melissa is your person. So Melissa, please share with us your medical expertise, or Medicare expertise. And you're muted, Melissa, so unmute yourself when you're ready.
Got it. Thanks, Mary. I appreciate it. All right. Well, if anyone owns a television set and has had it on, they're either seeing a political ad or they are seeing a Medicare commercial probably. And if you have Medicare, you're probably getting a lot of mail about the Medicare annual enrollment period that started in October and is running through December 7th. You have time right now to make a change to your Medicare plan, and any changes that you make will take place on January 1st. During this time, you can drop your current Medicare Advantage plan in favor of another plan. You can revert to original Medicare. You can leave original Medicare for a Medicare Advantage or supplement plan, or you can add or change your Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage. Take advantage of this time if you have Medicare to evaluate your current Medicare plan and make sure that it's covering your needs, and look at any changes that may occur in 2021 to your plan to see if there's a reason that you should change, either because it's not covering you, or it could be that there's a better plan out there for you. I'm going to start with anyone who's on original Medicare Parts A and B. And I would highly recommend, if you're only on Medicare A and B, that you look into a Medicare Advantage plan or a supplement plan. And the reason is that original Medicare only pays for 80% of medical costs, and there's no out-of-pocket maximum. So if you get into a accident, have a serious medical emergency or health problem, those costs could really add up, and that's how people can get bankrupted, is through medical expenses. And there are Medicare Advantage plans out there that are $0 annual or monthly premiums. They'll protect you with an out-of-pocket maximum. And they also come with extra benefits like a dental, gym membership, those kinds of things. If you have a Medicare Advantage plan, these plans are made up of networks, and you want to make sure that your doctors, hospitals, and any other facilities that are in your network are still going to be in your plan's network for next year. It could be that your doctor works in Ohio Health facility, and you know that Aetna covers Ohio Health, and you think you're good, but that is not necessarily the case. Doctors and facilities and even hospitals can drop out of network. So even if your doctor's working in an Anthem office, your plan might not cover it next year. So you want to make sure that the doctors, specialists, and places you go are covered in your next year's plan. And if you have a supplement plan or a Medicare Advantage plan, most of you will have a Part D prescription drug coverage. Prescription plans use formularies, which determine which drugs are covered in a plan, and then they have tiers which tell how much each drug is covered, or costs rather. Formularies and tiers can change from year to year in a plan. So it is very important that you double check your prescription drug coverage. You don't want to go pick up a prescription that you pick up every month, and in January you go to CVS and pick it up and find out that it wasn't covered by your insurance plan, or that the price has increased dramatically. And even if your current plan is going to cover your drugs at the same rate it did last year, it could be that there's another plan out there that could save you a lot of money. In August, eHealth published a report with results based on their online drug coverage tool from last year's annual enrollment period, and they found that 8% of people who used their tool were in the most cost-effective plans. That means that 92% of people who were looking up drug plans could save money by changing a plan. And together, if you were on a Medicare Advantage or a Part D standalone plan, there was an average of $782 in potential savings. So don't assume that your drug coverage is the best coverage for you. There could be one out there that could save you hundreds of dollars. And it's as simple as just changing your plan. There's also something I wanted to talk about. It's something big coming in 2021 for Medicare, and that is the Part D senior savings model. And you may have heard the president talking about it. This is where you can get insulin, and this would be for people who are taking insulin. You can get insulin, a 30-day supply, and your maximum cost would be $35. And that's in all coverage phases. So no increase during the deductible phase, no increase during the dreaded donut hole. All you'll pay for the insulin is $35. For those who take insulin and are in a participating plan, they are estimated to save $446 in a year of out-of-pocket costs. Now, not every pharmacy or pharmaceutical company or insurance company has signed up for this senior savings model. So please don't assume that if you are taking an insulin that your insulin prices are going to drop to $35. They won't if you're not in a participating plan. So I have the list of insulins that are going to be covered and who's covering them. So if anyone has questions about that, that could be a big change, because we know that insulin costs are very high. Next year, Franklin County, there will be 30 different prescription drug plans and 54 different Medicare Advantage plans. I know that it can seem overwhelming and confusing to have to look up doctors and check your prescription costs, but you don't have to do it alone. We're here. We offer free Medicare reviews for anyone who would want one. It's a simple process. You call our office or you can go to our website and send us a note. We'll contact you. We'll simply get a list of your doctors, the hospital you like to use, the prescriptions you're on, and we'll do all the work. We'll get back to you and let you know if you're in the right plan for next year, or if there'll be one that maybe could benefit you in other ways, more dental, lower co-pays, lower drug costs, those kinds of things. So I really appreciate your time. And if you have any questions at all about the annual enrollment period that's going on now, or just Medicare in general, we're here to answer your questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Melissa. Wow. Free Medicare review. What'd she say? 92% are possibly overpaying and potential saving of $782. Sounds like a great time for anyone who is on Medicare. Reach out to Melissa. She is there to help you. Like she said, she'll do all the work for you and she'll see if you're on the appropriate plan. She's expert in this, so reach out to her. Take advantage. If you have questions for Melissa, please put them in the chat box. Melissa, thank you for your presentation. As always, we appreciate you.
Thanks, Mary.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Rachel May with American Eagle Mortgage is unable to be with us this evening. However, we do have some information Brandon is going to put up here for me on the screen so all of you can see. Rachel May is with American Eagle Mortgage, like I stated. They do home mortgages. They are a lot different than our corporate sponsor, Anne Marie Steeman. She handles the HECM for purchase, which is absolutely amazing, and we highly recommend you reach out to her. If you are looking for a more traditional mortgage, Rachel May with American Eagle Mortgage and her team would be happy to help you with that. Brandon has placed over to the side in your chat box. If you'll look, he has all of her information there for you. If you're looking for a more traditional mortgage, Rachel's information is there and her team, so please reach out to them also. I want to thank Anne Marie. I want to thank Corey. I want to thank Melissa for always being such great partners with our group here at DownSize Columbus. Kathy Cairo, the creator of DownSize Columbus, was unable to be with us this evening. However, she does appreciate all of you joining us and absolutely appreciates all of our corporate sponsors and all of our other sponsors. We so greatly appreciate you. I would like to now, Kathy is absolutely amazing lady, extremely creative woman, and she has created and written her very first book. Want to share a little video with you. Got Stuff, Get Help. It is an amazing book. all of our downsizers you may very much want to see. I'm going to play a little video here to give you a little clip on her new book.
Got too much stuff? Of course you do. Downsizing expert Kathy Cairo brings you... Got too much stuff? Of course you do. Downsizing expert Kathy Cairo too much stuff? Brings you of course you do. Downsizing expert Kathy Cairo brings you got stuff and how to of getting rid of stuff. This easy-to-use reference book features over 100 pages of Columbus-based businesses and nonprofit organizations. Sell it, donate it, toss it, organize it. It's all here. New York Times best-selling author Peter Walsh offers his decluttering tips, and Kathy shares her insights from years of helping homeowners just like you. Read the stories of local business owners, find value in the things you were going to throw away, and be encouraged to start your own journey to a simpler life. Get your copy today. Got stuff? Get help. The book is $30 plus tax and shipping. Order your copy today at DownsizeColumbus.com. Look for the Got Stuff, Get Help link.
Hey, Mary, you are still on mute.
Can you hear me now, Brandon?
Yep, we have you now.
Thank you. Sorry about that, everyone. Nice sharing that quick little video clip for Kathy's newest book, The Got Stuff, Get Help. Anything that you have in your home, whether you're downsizing, your basement is full of old varsity jackets, your wedding dress, a collection of toy cars, baseball cards. You can flip through in this book and you can find exactly who you can contact and who can purchase your items for you. So if you're interested in finding out how you can help downsize and get rid of some of your items, you may go to the link that we had, and there's also an offer here. Brandon, can they see that now?
Yep, the offer is running and live.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So all you're going to want to do if you're looking into purchasing the book, you're just going to simply click here to order today the Got Stuff, Get Help book. It would be a wonderful resource for you to have. And Kathy did do an amazing job putting that book together. So I hope you enjoy it. And the last thing I want to cover this evening is just simply we are able to do with the Kathy Cairo group, Kathy being the team lead or the actual group lead of our group, we have several other realtors that can come to your home and we can do a CMA of your home. There is absolutely, Brandon has on your screen for you. You can call or email Brandon, and there is his email and his phone number. There is absolutely no obligation. We will do an analysis of your home's condition, and we will recommend any improvements that need to be made, if any. We will also talk about today's value, what your estimates of proceeds would be if you were to list your home and to sell your home. And then also, we will also discuss with you what is available in your next home. If you sell your home, obviously, you are downsizing. You're going to either be looking at purchasing a new home or possibly renting from someone like Trepless Communities. So once again, all of us here at the Kathy Cairo Group are more than happy to assist you if you are looking to downsize and put your home up for sale. Simply reach out to Brandon at brandonpotts@kw.com, and also his phone number is there. So once again, we appreciate all of you joining us tonight. Tonight is our last evening of our Transition Tuesday events. If you're interested in having a CMA done on your home, Brandon has a slide that he's going to forward there up on the screen. You will actually receive a free copy of Kathy's book, Got Stuff, Get Help, if you just comment in the chat box letting Brandon know that, yes, you would like someone from the Kathy Cairo group to come out and provide a no obligation CMA for you. You would need to comment in the chat box this evening stating that you would like us to come out, and then you would receive a free copy of Kathy's Got Stuff, Get Help book. Like I said again, we appreciate all of you for joining us on our DownSize Columbus virtual Transition Tuesday events. I know 2020 has brought forth many changes, and virtual events are something that have been different for us. We do appreciate you joining us at our virtual events. We have covered everything from emotional to residential to financial, and now residential, legal, and now we're ending with financial. All of our events, our Transition Tuesdays, are available for you to view on our DownSize Columbus website. So once again, I want to thank absolutely all of you for joining us. I want to thank our corporate sponsor, Anne Marie Steeman. I want to thank Corey Sickles and his wife, Melissa, and also Rachel May, who couldn't be with us this evening. And also we want to thank Kathy Cairo for everything that she does, creating DownSize events, and also Brandon Potts, who's behind the scenes and always makes all the magic and makes everything work for us. We appreciate all of you joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, and we look forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.